For Mackenzie Gore's 14th start on the year, 5-5 with a 3.44 ERA, 68 innings, the 22 walks. That's fine. It's the 4-to-1 ratio really that you like, or somewhat close to the 4-to-1 ratio that you like.
And Jazz in that leadoff spot with a lefty on the bump, and lines this one into right center field. There's a base hit.
Now the batter is Brian De La Cruz, the left fielder.
And then it sets up the heater. De La Cruz a little tardy. Next up, Jake Berger. And up there hacking, and there's some real soft contact. So the leadoff base hit, not a problem for Mackenzie Gore.
Sean Anderson, the pitcher tonight for the Marlins. He's coming up in a spot start. Drafted by the Giants, traded over to the Red Sox. Been with a bunch of teams, bunch of countries.
Bottom of the first inning, and C.J. Abrams to lead off for the Nationals.
Abrams rips it right on the chalk line and fair into the corner. Extra bases for C.J. Abrams, thinking of 3. The throw from Lopez is in time. What a tag for Rivera as Abrams was sliding by.
Abrams bidding for his 6th triple of the season, and that rundown, that cutoff and relay was ran to perfection by the Marlins.
Now Lane Thomas. Thomas is going to get a hit to right field. And Lane Thomas, 9 hits over an 8-game streak now.
Thomas goes to second on a wild pitch. So now it's up to Eddie Rosario to try and get Thomas home from second.
This one out toward left center. Jazz closing in on it, leaps at the last second and makes the catch. And that's how the first inning ends. The Marlins shortstop digs in right now, coming off his best series, and he starts this series off with a base hit.
That is a thing of beauty, and it looks like TA has finally found some comfort in that batter's box.
Here now is Dane Myers.
Ball and 2 strikes to Dane Myers, and that got Dane. So a base hit and a hit by pitch, and the Marlins have 2 on with 1 out. Ball in the dirt. Ruiz finds it, and good heads-up base running by Tim Anderson and the trail runner Dane Myers, both moving up 90 feet on a ball that didn't get more than 5 feet away from Ruiz.
Now the batter is Nick Fortes, 2 away here in the inning. Ground ball hit to third behind the bag. Long throw to first. Not in time. That's an infield single for Nick Fortes. An RBI, and the Marlins have a 1-0 lead.
So runners first and third for Miami now with 2 out, top of the order.
And he gets the strikeout. So 3 Ks already, but a long inning with a couple of hits, a hit batter, and some runners moving around. Miami, the early lead.
Well, in between innings, gotta show this. Not exactly what happens all the time, but look, we saw this last year with Mackenzie Gore, Victor Robles on a play. I think when you have a starting pitcher that pitches every 5th day, 6th day, he wants you engaged, and I feel like that's a little part of this. Might have taken a little bit to what Nick Senzel did on that play, whether it was good or bad, who knows? Motions are good, just keep it right there.
2 men away, now Nick Senzel.
And Senzel, first pitch swinging out to short. Anderson to Lopez, and the Nats gone in a hurry in the bottom of the second.
Young is on board for C.J. Abrams. Good start to the home half of the 3rd inning.
And that one, oh wow, cut off by Lopez. Either he was trying to unload it before he got to the ground, or it just kicked out of there. Not sure, but bottom line is 2 on, nobody out. And a big spot for Lane Thomas. And he pulls one down the line. If it stays fair, and it hits the foul pole or the fair pole. See you later. 3-1 Nationals. Jesse Winker, base hit. Eddie Rosario, fly ball to center first time. This ball hit hard to right by Rosario. That's going to clear Myers out there. And the Nats will have 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out.
So here is Meneses.
And it's another base hit. Winker home. Here comes Rosario. The Nats with a half dozen in a row. And just like that, it's 5-1.
So here's C.J. Abrams. He has a double thrown out at third. He has an infield hit. And he bats for the 2nd time in the inning with the bases loaded.
And that one's going to drop to left. Home is Meneses. Garcia on the way. The Nats lead it 7-1.
They give Mackenzie Gore a 7-1 lead to work with, as Tim Anderson will lead off the top of the 4th.
Hey, another day, another multi-hit effort for Tim Anderson.
Now here's Rivera. Swinging a ground ball toward the middle, could be 2. Garcia feeds Abrams for 1. Plenty of time to first. 2. A double play. Garcia and Abrams hamming it up on the way back to the dugout. Nifty turn there, 4-6-3.
2 Ks in the inning, 7 through 5 by Mackenzie Gore. Pitching wonderfully.
A 1-2-3 inning for Gore is his first of the night.
Jake Berger draws a 1-out walk here in the 6th.
Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. 1 on, 1 out.
Bouncing ball back to Gore. Double clutch. And that throw is going to end up in center field. May have alligator armed it just a little bit. See what the Marlins can do with that break now. 2 on, 1 out. Now Tim Anderson.
And now Mackenzie Gore on a nasty pitch down and in. Gets the second out of the inning. Taking matters into his own hand right there.
So Gore trying to pitch around the air and post to 0.
Bouncer left side. Nick Senzel waits for the runner to clear. And then rifles one over to first. And Mackenzie Gore and the Nats are out of the inning. Here we go. Bottom 6. Young, Abrams, Thomas. And Young, great job going the other way. He's 2 for 3.
Nats lead 7-1. They have 2 on and 1 out. Jesse Winker at the plate. Runners first and third. Breaking ball served into center field. A base hit for Winker. This will bring in Young. Nationals lead 8-1. RBI single for Jesse Winker. Mackenzie Gore punches out 10 Marlins. 3rd time this season. 7th career. Double-digit strikeout game for Mackenzie Gore. And if that's it, what a way to finish it off.
Young guys doing their thing. Mackenzie was great for 7 innings. And here's Jacob Barnes, who did pitch yesterday, but he got the Nats out of a jam, thus throwing only 6 pitches in Detroit.
Barnes deals. And pokes this one into right center field. Good piece of 2-strike hitting there for DLC.
There's 2 outs. And here comes Otto Lopez.
Swing and a miss. Number 1 for Barnes. Number 11 for the Nats staff against the free swinging fish. And it'll be good to see Jordan Weems get some work here in the 9th.
Yeah, for Jordan, his 27th game, been struggling of late. What's the struggle? It's just keeping that slider down in the zone, fastball off the barrel in its middle part of the plate.
Tim Anderson, 2 for 3.
And the pitch. And that is a ground ball hit off the bag at second into center field. It's a 3-hit night for Tim Anderson. And a fastball misses up and away, ball 4. And the first 2 men have reached for the Marlins.
So he got an out. Hopefully he can settle in and get this thing over with.
Cortez 1 for 3 drove in the Marlins' only run.
And a little tapper. Weems can underhand to Joey Meneses. Runners move up, all that matters. 2 outs now here in the 9th.
Anderson to third, Brujan to second. 2 out here in the top of the 9th inning. And Nick Gordon will get in at bat as well.
And this one to right for Lane Thomas.
He makes the catch. And a Curly W's in the books. The Nationals back into the win column after dropping the final in Detroit yesterday. And the Nats have won 6 of their last 7 games to get to within 3 games of 500. Mackenzie Gore strikes out 10 in 7 innings, allowing 1 run.
That's how you start out at homestand right there, boys.